Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We are selling options until we reach $1 million. The current portfolio account value currently sits at about 287,000. As you can see, Friday was a bit of a red day, and that's because of Trump. Honestly, I feel like I can stop it right there, but that's because Trump said that power companies and utility companies, which we have been trading on this account in this series, can't pass down the cost to the consumer. He's going to limit that. So it's good for the overall people, but it's bad for those companies and maximizing revenue and profits, and thus bad for their stock price. But we are continuing to trade, and I'll update you later in this video on where those are. But currently, we are, despite the red Friday, we are still up about $650, 648 on this past week, or 0.23%, and about 1.65% on 2026 year to date, which is sitting at around $4,700. So, pretty red Fridays, but as long as we have green weeks, that is all I care about. We can have red days. It's you can lose the battle, but win the war. That's what I'm focused on. So as you can see, it was a pretty eventful and active week with realizing a power put, that's Quanta Services, $917, Bitcoin put, $68, a small new core call, $10, and a dividend from a stock that we sold for tax loss harvest in the end of 2025. But since we held it on the ex dividend date, we got $24. So a little over $1,000 realized this week. So again, what is the wheel strategy and what is this challenge? We are selling put and call contracts on stocks that we want to own long-term, that are quality companies that we're okay with owning. And we start at the top here of selling puts. If the stock price drops below the strike price that we sold the put contract at during expiration, we have to buy 100 shares of that stock. And then we go and turn around and we sell calls on the price that we want them to get assigned away. They get assigned away when the stock price rises through that strike price, and the wheel repeats. And again, this content is not financial advice. Please consult a licensed professional. Don't just blindly follow what I trade. So getting into Quanta Services, where we realized $917. As you can see, it did dip just at the strike price that I sold at, that 410, that blue horizontal line. I found that as a strong support zone with a lot of buyers coming in, a lot of upward pressure. As you can see, at the end of October, it bounced off of it. It barely touched it here at the end of November, and then here through December and 2026 January, it touched that zone also. So a good spot to sell, puts at. For 410, I realize not everyone can trade this because this is a higher stock price, so you need about $41,000 in collateral to sell one put contract at that 410 strike price. But had a nice little run up, and we held it to expiry. We held the full month, so realized 100% of the profit. So as if this stock falls down back to those 420s level, I will start selling puts at 400, 410 again. And now, what caused the portfolio to sink about $2,000 on Friday? The Trump administration is going to propose tech giants fund power grid buildouts energy stock swing, including one of my energy stocks, Constellation Energy, which is the largest nuclear power plant operator in the United States, and also building a lot of power plants and electrical infrastructure, power infrastructure to meet demand from the AI data centers. So how is that going? We are currently underwater. We're currently down $2,000 on CEG. 335 put, sold it for about 1.2 profit. 1.2K in premium. So if we get assigned, our cost basis will be in the low 320s. But this has been a volatile stock in the past. But I'm not worried. I mean, I sold a put. I'm happy to own it. If I do get assigned, it's still early. It's a February 6th expiration. But as you can see, this big drop on Friday was the Trump administration, announcement that the consumers, the regular resident, is not going to eat the full cost of the power demand. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what the pushback is. He hasn't, done anything yet, but just announced that he will be doing something. So keeping a close eye on that. But again, this does put a break in there. I wouldn't say a break, but it does put pressure on their current developments and current, estimated profit margins and revenues that they were just expecting to pass down to the consumer with the rising cost in electricity. So we'll see. The support zone that I'm currently looking for, 335 was where I sold. I like that zone in the 320s. Now I'm looking at the even 300 and then the even 280, 290. That seems like a good consolidation zone. Currently, right now, from this top red, it's about a 20% retracement. So I mean, if I'm assigned, I'm buying the stock at probably a 15% discount from this top right here a few days ago, which is a nice entry point. I'm happy with that. So keeping a close eye on CEG, and we'll keep you guys updated where it is. The RSI is in the 30s, so it is getting to that oversold. Now going into Robinhood, it's another stock that had some news come out. As you can see, we are laddering our trades from 110 down to 100, and the stock news came out was the delayed uh, Senate ruling on if crypto is a security or not. Because if crypto and digital currencies are ruled as a digital security, and like stocks, they'll have to abide by the same rules. So that's would be bad for stocks like Robinhood and crypto brokerages and anybody that really holds crypto, because and Robinhood, the company itself, owns a lot of Bitcoin as well and crypto. So that's why it's been having a red day, but again, still trading in that consolidation zone. So a slightly underwater that, sold another put on 100, which I'm green on, but keeping a close eye. Also RSI in the 30s. So I'm not worried short term, but happy to get assigned and to keep trading this stock. I bet Bitcoin has had a little bit of a run. It's pulling back now for these last couple days, but as you can see, I am realizing and selling. So up on these shares, I got assigned. I sold at 56, got assigned, sold at 53, got assigned. Now I'm selling at the 49 and 51 strike price. So just continue to trade Bitcoin and realizing slowly. I meant to sell the 49 contract. I only sold one. I meant to sell them both. I didn't know I had two contracts there. So whoops, but we'll sell this next week for, probably about in the 50%, because Bitcoin's trading down right now. So these are the current open positions. The new one open that I didn't go over is JP Morgan. And then I opened up a little bit more SoFi, 5 contracts, which is just break even. So again, sitting on a lot of cash right now, $135,000 or 47% of the account. And as I'm recording this today on Sunday, the 18th of January, a lot of news came out that tariffs are back on the menu, and that any EU country that's supports Greenland, or I guess doesn't support the US annexation of Greenland or the deal, is going to get a 10% tariff. So tariffs are back on the menu. The futures are deep in the red, about 0.8 to 1.2%, depending on which index you're looking at. But again, this is why I'm heavy cash right now at the current VIX levels. I'm happy to take advantage of this next week and buy some stocks at a discount. And as you can see on the right here, we are doing pretty good versus all the indexes, lagging behind the Dow Jones, but beating SPY and beating the bond index. MSCI we are losing to, which is the international index, but that's mostly due to the dollar and the euro appreciating, other currencies appreciating versus the US dollar. So still crushing the indices, and this early in the year, and are gonna try to continue doing that and keeping a close eye and meeting our goal of 1% per month. So it's about halfway through January, and we're at 1.65%. So hopefully that trend will continue. So that's the end of this video. Thank you guys for tuning in this week. We are sitting at 28.69%. And really appreciate if you guys would leave a like and subscribe. I think YouTube shows me the analytics, and only about like 10% of you are subscribed to watch this video. So thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next week.